It will be Tomislav Hordov to get this game underway with the opening ball up. And it's one back to Strazel, and Monaco will start the game offensively here. James back from Blossom game. That's a neat move and pass inside. Tice with the layup. Teed up by Diallo. And that's an effective way for Monaco to open the scoring. Blatt. Decent position down low. Sorkin's jump hook short though. Good rebound for Monaco, and James in traffic wanted a foul call he didn't get. And Blatt kicks across. Open look for three, that's in. And the opening points for Maccabi scored by Lonnie Walker the fourth. So Maccabi off and running inside, looking for the immediate response was Diallo. He was grabbed and fouled by Walker. I'm not sure that Katash wants Walker to be a defensive presence in the paint as such, but good switch with Diallo backing inside. James receives the inbound pass and will stagger back inside the three-point line. Drives and kicks. Strazel, good position with a 16-footer, which rattles through. Strazel's opening points contribution. Walker guarded by James, now back from Horde. Horde looking to drive on Diallo. He traveled on his way into the paint. A little two-step shuffle there. Yep, that was maybe good at a square dance, but not so much on the basketball court. You see that Strazel J again. Monaco up 4 points to 3, and the foul outside committed by Sorkin. Tice drew the contact. Play back underway with James outside. Directing traffic as ever. Winds up in a three-point attempt. It's missed. Rebound to Blatt. Long pass forward. That is not going to be a shooting foul. Sorkin tried to catch and shoot in one motion. Contact deemed to have come first. See the physical battle with James. So Lavi, turn and shoot, looking for his first EuroLeague points. Played with Hapoel Galil Gilboa last season, averaged 15.6 points and 7.1 rebounds per contest. Bit part players so far in EuroLeague is Walker. That's a ridiculously tough shot. Not sure he really wanted to shoot, but had no choice after he went up as Strazel kicks across. James gathers and kicks. Strazel near side. Pops from 16 feet, in and out. Good rebound for Horde. Blatt front court. Slips the pass to Horde. Walker the deep three, better look, but off. The rebound though, put back straight up and in by Jalen Horde. That's a bit more like it from Maccabi's perspective. Now that pass right through the wickets of Jerron Blossom game. Monaco turnover. Maccabi with the lead and now the basketballs. You see Nemanja Nedovic, Serbian, back in Belgrade tonight. That's a good pass for the stuff by Lavi. He's off the EuroLeague mark now. Maccabi up by 3. James kicks across to Blossom game for 3. Perfect response. Monaco back level. Blatt now, past Strazel to the elbow. Missed the jumper, but rebound off Monaco fingertips and out of bounds. So good back and forth between the sides here so far. Blatt to inbound. Long two there for Walker, missed it. Sometimes he just can't stop himself, Lonnie Walker. Strazel across to Blossom game for the corner three, bullseye. Excellent Monaco ball movement. The Monegasques back in front by three. That's worked well. The drive and bucket for Sorkin. That was a strong maneuver to the hoop. Scoring evenly distributed between Maccabi players as James down a blind alley. Turnover forced. That'll work out very nicely indeed for Maccabi. Sorkin with the flush. And Walker unselfishly finding the big man. Sorkin, who had 21 points in round 6 in the victory over Real Madrid, puts Maccabi back in front as James along the baseline. Good pass inside, but not the finish from Tice. Maccabi again, good pass to Horde, who hangs but can't score. And the ball knocked out of bounds, it'll stay with Maccabi. Tice protesting his defensive case. Good disruption, and then Horde prone on the floor. Ball didn't touch him, so Blatt to inbound. Lavy outside. Walker back to Sorkin. Sorkin up and in and one for Maccabi. Strong start for Roman Sorkin. He's got 6 points now, 3 of 4 from the field. Maccabi continuing their strong offensive ways. Sorkin at the line, completes the three-point play. Sorkin in his 5th season with Maccabi Tel Aviv. Puts the quote-unquote home side up by 4 now. That entry pass finds Diallo. The baseline jumper, swish. So Diallo scores his first points of the night. And that three-pointer off the mark. Lavy trying to fight for the board, but it falls to James. James kicks across. Corner triple, that's way off. The putback, though, is not. Diallo gets another 2. Monaco fighting back well. It's 14 points apiece now. Walker for 3, clanks that one, and the rebound can't be salvaged by Sorkin. So James to Strazel. Good look inside, the layup for Blossom game. 6 points in a row for AS Monaco. Six lead changes so far tonight. And that was kicked by Strazel. Well spotted by Vasiliki Tsaruka, our Greek referee. And with 3:49 to go in the first quarter, we get our first timeout. Nice pace to this game so far. Back and forth, the lead has gone. Right now, it's with AS Monaco. They are atop Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv, 16 points to 14. Always a big occasion when the two Spanish giants face off against one another. The latest Clásico tomorrow night. And a reminder, you can scan that QR code to get your EuroLeague ID and win Final Four tickets next year. Final Four coming back to Greece. That should be a really special occasion. Monaco will certainly want and half expect to be involved once again. The losing finalist to Fenerbahce, 81-70. It's nearly a steal there off the inbound pass for Monaco and Kavarius Hayes. But Maccabi can inbound once again. Jimmy Clark III on the floor. He's going to inbound the ball. Rayman back to Clark. Now outside Horde. Shot clock's ticking. Horde the tough two from the corner, but he was fouled. That's a terrible foul to concede. Jumping out on him was Hayes. Hayes, who had 9 rebounds, including 6 at the offensive end against Maccabi for Žalgiris back in the game in 2022. And he commits that foul. More recently of Paris last season, Hayes. Horde makes the first free throw. He has 3 points and 3 boards thus far. I mentioned Maccabi's bad rebounding numbers. They've been out-rebounded by an average of 8 rebounds per game. That's barely sustainable. Horde makes the second. I mentioned the rebounding numbers because Horde is going to have to come up big cleaning the glass for Maccabi tonight. Strazel almost fumbled the inbound pass. James yet to score any points. Strazel's going to run the offense on this possession, it would look like. Now James picks up the pieces. 6 on the shot clock. Long 2 over Marcio Santos. Swish. James finds the range there. Just his second field goal attempt of the game so far. That drive and kick finds Rayman alone in the corner. He swishes the triple in response. And Maccabi retakes the lead, 19-18. That's a good dime from James. Nearly the block by Horde, but lower body contact leading to the foul call. That was a near run thing, but no look dish. And Blossom Game will find himself at the line. Rayman, his average 0.4 points per game coming into this one in EuroLeague play this season, but that triple will help. That's the first 3-ball he's made in the competition this season. This Blossom Game, a little shimmy there before taking his first free throw attempt. Off the back iron. 8 points for Blossom Game to lead all scores. Sorkin with 7 thus far for Maccabi. Second free throw in as well, so substitution with Nikola Mirotic coming onto the court. And Jimmy Clark, front court for Maccabi with the scores level again. Marcio Santos gathers, drives, and scores beautifully. Great transition to the left hand there by Marcio Santos. Second season in Europe for the big Brazilian. James finds his way to the edge of the paint, out to Diallo for 3, in and out. De Bartolomeo just about able to keep the ball in play. 2:12 to go in the opening quarter. Very tight contest throughout so far. That kick by Clark out to De Bartolomeo, finds an open look for 3 and buries it. And this the largest lead for either team. Maccabi up by 5 now. James. They work it well to the corner. Okobo can't get the bounce to fall his way. And then Hayes bumping bodies inside. And that foul is going to be committed by Hayes. The push right there into Rayman. See DeBartolomeo shifting to his right. Free himself for the open look of the hoop. So that was, of course, the second personal foul against Kavarius Hayes thus far tonight. Clark for 3, no. Good rebound. Front court comes Diallo, and he's fouled. That's against DeBartolomeo. So both teams now with 4 team fouls. And a pretty clean game in that regard. Only 5 free throw attempts combined between the two teams thus far. As Hayes receives the inbound pass. He's the only player for either team with multiple fouls called against him. James, that's a tough shot, but he was bumped by DeBartolomeo, and he now has 2 fouls. Or was it against Clark? In fact, they did call it on Clark for the contact reaching from closer to half court behind the Monaco shooter. James always solid at the free throw line. No commentator's curse there. He makes the first. Second team all EuroLeague last season, Mike James. Twice all EuroLeague first team player the season before last, and also back in the 21-22 season. That's away short. Rayman the rebound. Maybe I did curse him belatedly. Maccabi still up by 4, approaching the final minute of the first as Jimmy Clark back to Rayman. Marcio Santos gets it back. He'll fire for 3 off the back iron, but the long rebound should be taken by Maccabi. It is by DeBartolomeo. Rayman now. Jimmy Clark off balance, missed the shot. The putback up and in though. Fighting for the bucket, TJ Leaf. Maccabi up by 6 as James will get to the line again. The contact from Marcio Santos outside. Knee-to-knee collision there. You see Leaf, the offensive rebound and the putback. He had 12 points and 9 rebounds against Panathinaikos last Tuesday. TJ Leaf, who'd spent the previous 4 seasons in China. Last year with the wonderfully named team Nanjing Tongji Monkey King. James makes the first free throw here. James not put off by the noise. 3 out of 4 for him now at the line. James checks out and just get an extended breather here between first and second quarters as Clark with the ball guarded by Okobo. 6 seconds or so the difference between shot clock and game clock. Maybe closer to 7. In either case, Lonnie Walker's back in. Walker running out of time. A tough 2. Not a good shot. 5 seconds to go. Mirotic picks up his dribble. Nedovic across. Okobo trying to beat the buzzer. A little bit too strong. And the first quarter comes to a close. Good start for Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv. 10 minutes in the books. They lead AS Monaco 26-22. team stats for both sides. Monaco only 2 out of 7 from outside the three-point arc. Maccabi 3 of 8. Assists pretty even. Rebounding in Maccabi's favor. I haven't said that very often this far this season, with 12 rebounds to 8 already. As we take a look at the fantasy leaders this season, Sasha Vezenkov, he remains owned by just about half of you playing. You can join the EuroLeague Fantasy Challenge using that QR code on the left side of your screen. And the leaders in terms of captain percentage, again, Vezenkov, 21% of you. Patrushev, Nadir Heafy, 10% apiece, and Kendrick Nunn, Chima Maneke, fourth equal at 7%. See Daniel Tice there, 2%. Not having a good night if you've got Tice in your fantasy squad so far. 3 rebounds, but just the 2 points for the German center. John Blossom game. PIR of 10 and 9 points to go with in that first quarter. Perfect from the field, 3 out of 3. Only Blount on his copybook, 1 missed free throw. Maccabi, after their debacle against Olympiacos in round 5, they will know that no lead is safe. Coughing up a huge fourth quarter lead, winding up losing to the Greeks 95-94. But playing well so far, especially at the offensive end. Walker to Marcio Santos, now to Bartolomeo. He pulls up and fires for 3. He's 2 for 2 from outside. Maccabi up by 7. Akobo pointless so far. Ball worked outside to Nedovic. Far corner, Mirotic for 3. That's short. Rebound, though, to Hayes. Back outside Nedovic. Akobo, clean look there, and that one rattles through. Big response. Yet Monaco back within 4 points. Clark back from Marcio Santos. That's a great pass. Marcio Santos with the finish. Lovely dish from Clark to the Brazilian. Kobo, the no look. Maybe he should have looked. Mirotic kind of yorked him, ball landing right at his feet. Apologies for another cricket reference there, but not sure Americans should be talking about cricket, really. But you see DeBartolomeo, he's been averaging less than 1.5 points per EuroLeague game this season. He's already up to his season best. 6 points on a pair of triples. As fade away from Clark. He's got the range again. I say again, those are his first points tonight, but starting to pick up his scoring at EuroLeague pace. Maccabi continue to extend their largest leads. That's a deep 3 in from Nedovic. So Monaco getting responses when the deficit looks like it's going to grow to a significant margin, as this 3-pointer off the back iron from Leaf, but the rebound to DeBartolomeo again. And now Walker for the triple, still can't find the range. Lonnie Walker 1 out of 7 from the field tonight. Pass makes its way inside to Diallo for 2. Alpha Diallo forcing the ball up and in. And Monaco a quick 5 points in a row. Maccabi was up by 8. Now it's only 3. Monegasque trailing 33-30.
Play low fly. flat, no low flat, because they play pick and pop. No low flat. Shoot for alpha, next offense. We go. Hey, look, we go. I4, I4, I4. Hey, but what to say about offense all the time? Our problem is defense rebound. They have 5 offensive rebound already. They have 8 assists for 1 turnover. Come on, put some pressure. Let's go.
Nemanja Nedovic, former Golden State Warrior in the NBA. His personal best in EuroLeague scoring, 39 points against Maccabi for Panathinaikos back in December 2020. Just that one 3-pointer so far for Nedovic tonight. As EuroLeague round 9 continues, John DeBartolomeo, 6 points for Maccabi Tel Aviv. Now Tamir Blatt. Leaf was open, instead inside to Marcio Santos. He was fouled by Nikola Mirotic. Just good, hard basketball fighting inside. As the 1998 Israeli League MVP on your screen there, Oded Kadash. She won this competition as a player in 2000 with Panathinaikos. 17 points against Maccabi Tel Aviv in the final. Leaf now on the dribble drive, off the window and in. Good bucket there for TJ Leaf again. Leaf 4 points. That's a Kobo for Monaco, and that's an illegal screen outside against Mirotic. He picks up second quick foul. Was not solidly set there. So not quite the night so far that Mirotic would have wanted. No points, 2 personal fouls. Leaf, the floater, can't get over the rim. Rebounded by Tice, and now a foul against Lavi, who's checked back in for Maccabi. Look across to Vasilis Spanoulis, or Billy, as everyone tends to call him. Strazel, 27-footer, traveled about 25 through the air. Barely off the front rim as DeBartolomeo looking forward inside the lofted pass to Marcio Santos. He ran out of real estate under the 10. Drive and kick by Nedovic, but Mirotic will slow things up. Strazel now with the basketball. Mirotic inside, fumbled it away. Last off the big Spanish Montenegrin. Played his international basketball for Spain, Nikola Mirotic. An Olympic bronze medal back in 2016 for that man right there. You see, he's just cracked another personal milestone, 1,500 rebounds in this competition. Blatt goes to his right. That's a deep 3-point attempt, which falls short. Fight for the rebound. Too strong was Mirotic. Getting the ball away from Lavi. Kobo, the screen from Tice. Pops from the elbow and hits. Five points now for Kobo. Lead cut down to 3 as Blatt to Horde. His 17-footer. Swish. Horde now with 6. Behind only Sorkin with 7 for Maccabi Tel Aviv. Good position for Tice inside for 2. Comes up a little bit gimpy as the long pass stolen by a Kobo. This could favor Tice if he can see the basket. He certainly can. Tice might have gotten poked in the eye, but he was still able to gather and flush. Sometimes in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. And Tice getting the dunk and pulling Monaco back within 1. It's Maccabi 37, AS Monaco 36.
At the same time, you go out, take the ball, come inside. If nothing happens, Danny, give a flare to Chu, go out and pick it up with Danny. Okay? Hey, if nothing happens, flare, Nico, don't go out, Nico. Flare, pick it up, and go like this.
Tice having to blink a couple of times before gathering and finishing there. Monaco had trailed by as many as 8 points in the second quarter. 33-25 it was. Now it's 37-36. Free throw forthcoming for Blatt, which he misses. Not sure what that was for. Technical foul was assessed to Tice, I think, during that timeout. Complaining that a foul call should have been given, but with the free throw being missed, no harm, no foul, really. So Blatt with the basketball. Confirmation there of that Tice technical. That's wild, but the putback up and in for Sorkin after the miss by Jalen Horde. 4.5 minutes remaining before halftime. Kobo to the corner, the quick release, but not the basket. That time for Nedovic. Clark shimmying forward, pops from 13 feet, but that's short. Rebound, Strazel pushed it back to Tice. Strazel kicks to a Kobo. Tice being fronted inside by Horde. Out it goes for 3, but off the mark that time, Monaco. And the foul by the man who just missed the shot, Mirotic. That's going to be his 3rd personal. And Mirotic trudges directly toward the bench. Sorkin had the interior positioning there on Mirotic. So Blossom game returns. Maccabi keeping their noses in front here as Blatt passes. And Lavi lucky that the ball came off the heel of Blossom game to go out of bounds, because Lavi had not made the cut toward the basket he'd expected. Blatt, swift release for 3, misses, but offensive rebound. Jalen Horde once again as Blatt outside. Pass into Sorkin. Sorkin finds a route to the hoop. Fake the pass. suddenly found an easy deuce there for the taking. And the timeout taken by Billy Spanoulis. Maccabi, 4 points in a row for the home side here in Belgrade tonight. They lead Monaco 41-36.
Will pass. Head special. You will pass it. You need to open. You need to roll away from go. So see where he's go. And you roll to the other side. Head special. אתה לא יכול להיות עם נדוביץ'. Or Mike James. Mike James right now, right? You take Mike James. If they play both, הם שניהם משחקים ביחד. או קובו. בייס על המגרש, לא לקפוץ פה. Hey, he could play 31. He could play 31. Make sure we swing it to Tamir and we play with you.
Maccabi Tel Aviv coming into this game tonight averaging just over 11 offensive rebounds per game. Thus far tonight, they already have 8. Out rebounding Monaco in total 18-14. Again, that's so unusual on the season. They have been dominated on the boards. As James back in, out to Akobo. Akobo hit the deck, the ball to Clark. Clark will drive and score. Despite James's best defensive efforts, Maccabi 6 points in a row. Kobo shifting the ball to the corner, but now back up top to James again. 6 on the shot clock. Akobo open for 3. No. Rebound Horde. 5 rebounds now for Horde in the first half. Open look for 3. Swish. Horde with 9 points now. The lead up to 10 for Maccabi. Tice and 1 for Monaco. Horde inside. Did he have position? Not quite. Tried to get in to draw the charge on Tice. Horde making things happen at the offensive end. 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 of them at the offensive end. And he now takes a breather. Tice, a solid free throw shooter, completes the 3-point play. And Yon Makundu checks in for his EuroLeague debut with Monaco. Maccabi, the drive and dish. Sorkin can't handle it. And Makundu had just reestablished himself in bounds. When he dishes to James, he tries to go coast to coast and does. James up to 7 points now. Blatz back to Sorkin, looking inside for Lavi, but that was picked off. Strazo back from Makundu. Recycled to James again. He was hand-checked and fouled by Rayman outside. Still fouls for Maccabi to give with 1:36 left before halftime. Rayman will happily eat that one. Just 17 fouls in total between the two teams thus far tonight. As Marcio Santos checks back in for Maccabi. Strazel to James for three. Bingo! James into double figures now with 10 points. Lead swiftly back to 2. Rayman looking to respond but can't. And here's Strazel. Monaco can tie or take the lead here. That's an alley-oop to Makundu. I think Strazel thought he was fouled and was looking to get some free throws to his name, but instead Makundu, right place, right time. It's 46-46. Can Clark respond? This time he can. Clark makes his first three-pointer of the game. Into the final minute of the half now. James kicks outside. Crossover by Diallo, worked outside to Strazel for three. In and out. Blatt from Maccabi. Jimmy Clark again, not this time. Makundu the rebound. 27 seconds remaining. Strazel will eat up a little bit of clock here. Now James, 4 on the shot clock. James has to fire from 30 feet, misses. Rebound falls though for Diallo, he can't finish. And Blatt, the last second heave is too strong. Very entertaining and pretty well played. Half of basketball comes to an end. Very close battle in Belgrade indeed. It's Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv 49, AS Monaco 46. Some interesting PIR leaders for the two teams here thus far tonight. For AS Monaco, Jaron Blossom game, 9 points. Let's hear from him.
In first half, it seems some kind of sharp shooting showdown. What do you think about first half?
From our standards, it was bad. 50 points is way too much. I mean, they're a great offensive team, but with our standards, man, we got to be a lot better if we want to win this game.
Thank you.
Actually, Daniel Tice with PIR of 14 for Monaco. But for Maccabi Tel Aviv, John DeBartolomeo, 6 points for him. Let's hear.
The same question for you. First half, some kind of sharp shooting showdown. You prevail for 3 points. Is this right? How you see the first half?
Yeah, obviously two talented teams offensively. I think we played well for a majority of the first half. We had a couple lapses, and like you said, you know, they have a lot of sharp shooters, and when you don't do things right, they make you pay.
Thank you and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
John DeBartolomeo has a couple of 18-point games in the Israeli Super League this season, but this is his coming out party in European action, really. 6 points and 4 rebounds for DeBartolomeo against the 9 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, and 1 steal for Jaron Blossom game. Anybody's game to this point. We will break for some halftime content. Have a listen.
EuroLeague brought to you by Etihad Beyond Borders, Experience Abu Dhabi, Motorola, and BKT.
Dying seconds, a field goal for FC Barcelona will win it. Kevin Punter pull up 3 of the league's best shot blocker, and the game is over.
Wow. Being a shot away from getting to the Final Four. So, yeah.
It is AS Monaco who progress. FC Barcelona go home.
You gotta have a lot of heart to take certain shots. You can't be scared to fail. Those is moves I've worked on for years and years and years and years and years. Trust me, bro. So I put a lot of time and effort into my craft. For me, it's good to have the trust of my teammates when the game is down the line.
punter will need to hit this and hit it hard, and he does so!
So often he does it. Always willing to take on the responsibility.
From deep, Kevin Pointer, 0.4 on the clock!
They trust me to want those shots. So I've been making a lot of those shots my entire career. I may not be the most vocal, but just leading by example, helping guys wherever they need to be helped, you know, behind the scenes or, you know, things like that.
Takes on a range three. It's own! Barcelona have snatched the victory here.
The atmosphere in Palau is dope. It's amazing. You feel the intensity. You feel the eagerness in the crowd. Rival games are some of the most important games of the season. You could lose a couple other games, but that rival game, you have to win the rival game. Me understanding the history of rival games is extremely important to the fans. Obviously to the players and coaches, of course, but you know, to those fans, because they're passionate about how they feel about their club. So those games are really, really important. I always try to go into every game like, go hard, don't take it for granted, and leave your best foot forward. So I try to have that approach every time I step on the court.
It's a testament, you know, definitely to the practice. Just shows, you know, it's repetition, and when those moments arise with a lot of pressure or things like that, I just rely on, you know, the work that I put in. New environment, new team, new teammates as well, so it's definitely not going to be perfect from the jump, but just having that growth mindset. I think I always had a great relationship with the bigs, and so having him sending me screens or, you know, things like that, it's going to be fun, I feel like, yeah.
I think it's a great addition for us because I think he proved himself that he's one of the best point guard in EuroLeague. So as a big man, is a good thing for me because I have the guy that can pass the ball and can make a great decision for us. So it's going to be amazing addition for us in this season.
I think my ability, you know, to get downhill, to score, to be aggressive, to draw fouls, I think is something that I can implement to the game.
Well, Theo will have a main role into the team. He's an excellent ball handler. He's a very good decision maker. And as I said, he has a lot of expectation on himself. We have a lot of expectation on him, but he's 23. But I'm quite positive that he will make it.
I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be good, you know, obviously, with a coach that has so much, you know, experience, that has won so many things on the national level. It's always a great thing to be coached by someone with that much knowledge. And I think it's really just having that mentality of, you know, trying to suck it on in and learn all the things you have to have and all the things you know. And just my vision as well, you know, not just doing one thing, you know, reading what the defense gives me and making the right read out of that.
EuroLeague brought to you by Etihad, Beyond Borders. Experience Abu Dhabi. Motorola and BKT.
Welcome back inside the Alexander Nikolic Hall in Belgrade. EuroLeague wins tonight already for Fenerbahce over Asvel and for Hapoel Tel Aviv over Dubai in Sarajevo. The other Israeli side here in Belgrade doing well thus far tonight. Highlights from the first half, Matthew Strazel getting Monaco off and running, but Maccabi, the putback from Jalen Horde. And then Roman Sorkin, the nice feed into Gurlavi for the stuff. Lonnie Walker, nice pass to the trailer. Roman Sorkin. Walker, a tough shooting first half as Nemanja Nedovic hitting from deep. TJ Leaf a couple of buckets in the first half off the bench from Maccabi. Elia Kobo a slow start, but 5 points in the second quarter for him. Ford, the mid-range jumper, goes down well to Tice. After being poked in the eye, getting a dunk and then a technical foul for his troubles. Strazel teeing up Makundu, possibly unintentionally. Young Makundu recovering from a shoulder injury. Just his second game of the new season with his new team, having played with Turk Telecom last year. Plenty of physical battles both ends of the floor. And this is very much anyone's basketball game. Disparity in records, but not necessarily in talent. See the Maccabi bench points helping keep them in front. Also that offensive rebounding advantage for the Israeli team. 13 out of 17 inside the three-point arc for Monaco, but only 5 out of 17 outside. Only 11 free throws taken in the game, as you see 2 worms for each side. Briefly, they joined up toward the end of that second quarter, but Maccabi reestablishing a small lead, scoring the final 3 points of the half to go up 49-46. Here's the full list of scorers and assist makers. Sorkin leading all point getters with 11 for Maccabi. Mike James, the only Monaco man in double figures with 10. But as you see for both teams, the points pretty well spread out. Terry Tarpi and Juhan Begarin, the only players from Monaco yet to enter the game. For Maccabi, it's Cliff Omaruyi and Jeff Doughton Jr. not yet checking in. Big night for Elijah Bryant. Fantasy point-wise. Getting Olympiacos up and running. Bacon for Dubai, Niang for Virtus, Traore for Asvel, Maneki for Zvezda. Top 5 fantasy point scorers is Lemicic, Baldwin, and others jointly 5th in that table. EuroLeague fantasy basketball continuing to step its game up. You see some more first half highlights. This time a little package for Jaron Blossom game. He is a perfect 3 of 3 from the field. Made 1 out of 2 free throws. Finding that open look in the corner. The nice dish from Strazel. At the other end, John DeBartolomeo made both of his 3-point attempts. Good shots they were as well. Creating just that little bit of space. Make the look at the hoop totally clean. Bartolomeo, just the 2 field goal attempts, but 6 points, 4 rebounds. A joint team high PIR of 11. Interesting to hear the perspectives of the 2 coaches, Ted Katash and Billy Spinoulis. As you see, Lonnie Walker, not a good first half for him. 1 out of 7 from the field. It's the 3 points. And for his part, Nikola Mirotic, 3 personal fouls and no points at all. 4 rebounds to get over the 1,500 mark in his career. Some of the big names not putting their big games on display thus far tonight. Coach's interview coming up. Let's have a listen to Billy Spinoulis.
This is equal first half. What do you think to do to prevail, to win this game? What is the key factor?
Play defense. We have to play defense.
Man, a few words. See Monaco's shot chart, but Spinoulis interested in the Maccabi shot chart a bit more, I would think. See a lot of shots outside the arc. 5 mid-range 2s. Maybe Oded Katash will have a little bit more to say. Let's speak with the Maccabi head coach now.
Coach, equal first half. what do you think? What do you do to prevail to the victory?
When we slow them down, we're doing a good job. Too many points on early situation. It starts from our offense to protect the basketball, take some good shots, and focus on transition defense. And we need to use fouls better.
Thank you.
Maccabi shot chart a bit more scattergun, especially in terms of the floaters in the paint, the mid-range jumpers on either side. Another wing for the Israeli team. Not shooting too badly. And again, cleaning the glass so effectively. That's been crucially important. Not a single fast break point there on the screen, but that's fine. Maccabi plays with enough pace in a normal offensive game without necessarily needing to rush the ball up the floor. Jimmy Clark the third, strong second quarter for him for Maccabi. All 7 of his points and 2 of his 4 assists on the night so far. Maccabi's double week next week, away to Fenerbahce, then back here in Belgrade against Baskonia. Same night as Monaco will be playing across town against Zvezda next Thursday after another game in the Belgrade arena against Partizan, beg your pardon, on Tuesday. As the second half now underway. Maccabi trying to get their 3rd EuroLeague win of the season as Sorkin left alone for 2. Hitting that 15-footer. And Sorkin, 13 points now for Maccabi. Kobo tiptoeing inside. Wisner won't go in. Tipped rebound down to Blatt from Horde. Blatt looking inside, but intercepted by Diallo. Diallo all the way, but denied at the rim by Sorkin. 2 players colliding and falling off to the side as Akobo committing the foul. It's not going to be a shooting foul, I don't think. Really shouldn't be. Blatt trying to buy the call there, but how about that block shot at the other end? Here's the Akobo foul. His first. Quick word with Katash. From referee Yanis Fufis. As Walker across to Lavi inside. Jumper goes in for Horde. Horde into double figures now with 11. Maccabi swiftly back up by 7. James drops off for Blossom game. And now Akobo. Diallo. Blossom game for 3. No. Rebound Horde. Solid start to the second half for Maccabi. Lavi the fake. Outside to Sorkin from 18 feet. That's way off. Walker couldn't grab the rebound. Monaco front court. Akobo nearly had his pocket picked. Went down to the floor and gives it away to Walker in the end. Now up to Blatt. 4-on-2 for Maccabi if they want it. Sorkin. That is a continuation shot, but not bucket. He'll go to the line. James the foul on the reach in. And coach's challenge here, I think, as to whether this should be a shooting foul. I think Spanoulis may be trying to use this as a mini timeout to stop Maccabi's momentum.
Rest in one hand. Let's go on the basket right.
Let's go from the beginning. Okay, thank you.
Here's the illegal conduct. I see. secures the illegal contact.
He gathers the ball.
I see.
He starts act of shooting.
Already the ball gathers in one hand.
Exactly.
So this act of shooting.
Foul is act of shooting, 2 free throws.
Super.
Thank you.
No change to the decision on the floor. Very strict criteria that the referees look at in determining whether a foul should lead to free throws or not. Focusing on the fact that he had the ball in one hand there and not having to gather and clutch it to his chest or anything like that. Second foul on James. First free throw in for Sorkin. Makes the second as well in Maccabi. First 6 points of the third quarter scored by Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv. Behind the back dish to Tice for three. Swish for Monaco. Seems like every time Maccabi goes on a little mini run, Monaco answers with a three or a three-point play of some sort. Staying in touch well, even with Maccabi playing so well offensively. As ball's left for Blatt for three, way short with the shot. Rebound pinballs down to Tice. James, the quick pull-up, misses the three ball. Rebounding foul, though, against Maccabi. Lonnie Walker with the foul. It'll be his second. See the jersey pull there on Diallo. Non-shooting foul. James to inbound with 2.5 minutes gone in quarter number 3. Kobo. 15-footer. Got it. Kobo up to 7 points tonight. Strong drive and not the bucket. For Walker crashing to the deck, but he will go to the line. Walker doesn't have to fire up the long twos and the deep threes to earn his corn. As Marcio Santos about to check back in for Maccabi. Walker not having a good free throw shooting season thus far. 83% last year was Žalgiris, but down closer to 70% in EuroLeague play this year, and even less than that in the Israeli Super League. Makes the second free throw here. Maccabi back up by 5. Monaco very much still within striking distance. Here's Diallo. Shifted across to Tice. Now back to Akobo. Good double team. Now Blatt. Aggressive defending. Long two made by Akobo in the face of that defensive pressure. So it's back to a one-possession game. Walker. 5 on the shot clock. Walker twists, kicks across, and Lavi dispossessed. Akobo, Monaco running the fast break. They find the trailer, up and in, and one. Diallo a chance for a three-point play to tie the game. Just enough strength to get the ball in after the contact from Lavi. Monaco always finding an answer. Still just the 2 points tonight for Gur Lavi. Free throw missed, though, to tie the game from Diallo. Blatt. Guarded by Akobo. Horde back to Tamir Blatt. Then Horde cutting inside for the flush. That was pretty. Great two-man game between Blatt and the bucket scorer. The other end, though, the game is now tied as Tice hits from deep. Some great offensive basketball on display in Belgrade tonight. That pass from Marcio Santos picked off. Monaco trying to take their first lead since the first quarter. Makobo into the corner, Blossom game, missed the three ball, and the offensive foul, rebounding foul rather, by Diallo. Monaco's last lead, it was at 18-16 back in the first. Briefly tied the game up at 46-46 in the second quarter, but never inched in front. But Tice happy to fire from outside. He'd made half of his three-pointers this EuroLeague season coming into this game. Low volume shooting from outside, but 2 out of 2 from deep tonight. It's inside. That should be a finger roll bucket, and is for TJ Leaf. Maccabi back in front, 60 points to 58 as we hit the halfway mark of quarter number 3. Makobo trying to challenge Marcio Santos. Pass makes it across to James. He's got to hurry. He does, but misses. And the rebound salvaged well by Rayman. Clark will shoot for 3, but that's off. Offensive rebound, though. Leaf up, not quite in, but he'll go to the line. Makobo complaining. But Maccabi, they are answering the bell rung by Monaco in this third quarter. Very, very even game in the Alexander Nikolic Hall tonight. Right now it's Maccabi Rapyd Tel Aviv 60, AS Monaco 58. Rayman, a little bench spark for Maccabi midway through this third quarter. Marcio Santos, 4 points in the game for him. Tice now the leading scorer for either team with 15. 6 of 7 from the field for the German. 6 rebounds as well. As TJ Leaf at the free throw line makes the first. He had 14 points and 6 rebounds against Paris back in round 2, Leaf. And he hits both free throws here. Kobo front court for Maccabi. Back to Mike James. James a rather unassuming 10 points tonight as Tice, good position inside, draws the foul from Marcio Santos. Not a shooting foul. Maccabi still with 1 to give in this third quarter. Tice back to James. James bursting forward. He'll go to the line. Challenging Leaf, and help defense from Marcio Santos came a bit late. Foul was called on Leaf. James up to 11 points now. And James now 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. Jimmy Clark the third. Marcio Santos to Walker for 3 from the corner. I'll tell you what, Walker doesn't lack for confidence. Even when the shots aren't falling, as that pass finds its way to Tice, can't finish, and the rebound bounces kindly. All the way down to Walker. So Maccabi trying to strike again here inside the pass, stripped away though from Leaf. Eventually wound up with Diallo. And contact so far away from the basketball. That will put Monaco in the bonus. Clark just shoving. Blossom came over. Tice getting a well-deserved breather. 2 shots coming up for Jaron Blossom game. Blossom game now into double figures with 10 points after that free throw. His EuroLeague best came last Friday with 11 points against Panathinaikos. And he matches his season high, pulling Monaco back within 3 as DeBartolomeo returns for Maccabi, replacing Will Rayman. Seven points and 5 assists for Jimmy Clark, bringing the ball front court. Guarded by Blossom game, but finds Bartolomeo, hangs and misses, or rather, beg your pardon, that was TJ Leaf with the flourish on the putback. Back up to a 5-point Maccabi advantage as James finds the dish and the foul committed by Marcio Santos on Blossom game. Grab there. More free throws forthcoming, as you see. That was effectively a pass to himself. Leaf, clever improvisation there. I think he knew he didn't really have a chance at a finish, but saw the next best thing. Turned it into a highlight reel finish, and Maccabi up by 4 now. Second free throw pending. That goes in for Blossom game. Blossom game now 5 out of 6 at the line. He and Mike James have combined for 12 of the 14 free throw attempts for Monaco tonight. Mr. Bartolomeo out to Walker. Walker inside, kicks across. Clark, a runner, goes in. He milked the shot clock all the way down that time. 2.5 minutes left in the quarter. James will shoot 2 free throws. Foul was on the floor. Reach from behind by Clark. 3 fouls on Clark, 3 on Marcio Santos for Maccabi. For Monaco, it's just Mirotic with the 3 fouls. I don't think Mirotic has seen the court yet in the second half thus far. James hits the free throw. $14 points now for Mike James. Maccabi can't get any real separation. Walker for 3 here. Air ball. Lonnie Walker now 2 of 9 from the field. 7 points, but horribly inefficient. Strazel with the basketball for Monaco. James held up, and that's the 4th foul of the game on Marcio Santos. Thought he had the basketball. James keeps getting invited to the charity stripe. Walker gets benched. James should be in rhythm now. That one goes in eventually. This is one of those nights where Mike James, without really looking like he's doing all that much from a shooting perspective, he's still getting his points. He's now the game's leading scorer. And Maccabi's lead has been trimmed to just 1. Horde back in for Marcio Santos. Clark forward to Leaf. Tough drive, reverse, up and in for Clark. That was pretty. And Maccabi just will not let Monaco retake the lead here. 1:41 left in the 3rd. James across to Strazel. James against Leaf. Strazel a step back for 3 to tie the game. He just missed it. And the touch, not off a Blossom game. It'll stay with Monaco. He applauds the decision. Was it the correct one? I'm not sure it was. Referees talking it over. They may have changed their mind, so I think they get it right in the end. No need for a video review. That's refreshing. As Mirotic finally takes to the court. Blossom game heads off. Diallo, Hayes, Strazel, Mirotic, and James on the floor for Monaco. Horde, Clark, Raymond, Bartolomeo, and Leaf for Maccabi. Bartolomeo picks up his dribble. Now Raymond looking to drive. Raymond up and in and 1 for Maccabi. That quick release, just getting the ball up to the glass in time. Right there before Hayes could come across to try to block the shot. Just the 5 points for Will Raymond tonight. But that is his best on the EuroLeague season. And with the free throw, Maccabi back up by 5. And that's a foul against Monaco. Frustration for Kavarius Hayes. Just extended the arm to Bartolomeo, or was that Diallo with the foul? Monaco perplexed. In fact, to Bartolomeo, given a Extra free throw here, a technical foul assessed to Diallo. One of the best ever free throw shooters in this competition. Bartolomeo makes it. Maccabi up by 7, and they get the basketball again. This game has really fallen into a rhythmic pattern. Maccabi creating a large single-figure lead, and then Monaco finding a way to respond. See if Maccabi can break the pattern. Rayman back to Clark. Clark past Mirotic, looking for Leaf, but threw it away. Good idea, poor execution. Strazel picks the ball up. Spacing the floor, James to Mirotic for 3. Mirotic off the mark, rebound to Horde. Monaco should get another offensive possession here in the third quarter, but Clark with it now from Maccabi. Pass inside, good hesitation, not the finish for Horde, but he'll go to the line. This foul definitely on Hayes. Horde with 13 points already and 9 rebounds as well. Clark heads off for a much-earned break. Walker returns for Maccabi. Justin Horde, 78% from the line last season with Maccabi Tel Aviv. A bit better than that thus far this season. 3 out of 3 at the line tonight. Can't make the next one though. Rebound to Hayes, and Monaco can effectively play for the final shot of the quarter. They now trail by 8. 27 points in this third quarter for Maccabi Tel Aviv. James milking the clock all the way down, pulls up for 3 and hits. Once again, Monaco finding a triple when they need one. And it will be a 5-point margin going into the fourth and final quarter. James with 19 points, but Maccabi still in front, 76-71. Really tight and taut battle between Maccabi and Monaco this evening. And really still no clue who's going to emerge triumphant here. Maccabi have kept that lead, or at least a tie for the lead, ever since that first quarter. Look at the team stats across the entirety of the contest so far. Maccabi, that 32-22 rebounding advantage. I can hardly believe my eyes, given that they've been out-rebounded, as I said earlier, by an average of 8 rebounds per game by their opposition in EuroLeague this season so far. Confirmation of the 109-97 win in Sarajevo for Hapoel Tel Aviv over Dubai basketball. Bacon, a big offensive night. Also, victors earlier tonight, Fenerbahce 81-67 over Asvel. And Baskonia has just won their 3rd EuroLeague game in a row. They were 0-6, now they're 3-6. An 87-76 victory over Virtus Bologna. So Mike James, all those free throws in the third quarter, giving him the scoring lead tonight, but he wants his team to be on top at the end of proceedings here. Just the 2 games still underway. Halfway through the third quarter, Bayern Munich has just taken a lead away to Paris, 61-58. Four more games to come. Tomorrow night, F is against Milan, Žalgiris Valencia. That's almost the top of the table clash. Olympiacos Partizan, and El Clasico, Barcelona against Real Madrid. Strazel across to Mirotic, the corner three, in and out. Rebound to Clark. And Maccabi stay the course here as Hoare drives, dishes. Lee forced to bring the ball outside to Bartolomeo, tees up the alley-oop! Postering Hayes is TJ Leaf. At the other end, Nedovic can't finish. And grasping the rebound, Rayman. Leaf had the ball land on his nose there, a little bit groggy as he moved front court. Maccabi have tended to start quarters well. Looking to continue here with Clark into the paint. The floater not in. The putback no from Rayman. And Mirotic away with a rebound. It's a reach-in foul. Down to the ground goes Nemanja Nedovic. It's slow to get up as well for the recent Zvezda man. Played a lot of basketball in Belgrade over the past 3 seasons. This Nedovic's 7th different EuroLeague team. He played previously with Ritas, Valencia, Unicaja Malaga, Milan, Pau, and of course Zvezda. Will be Monaco to inbound the ball. 8:41 left in the game. Side out for Strazel. Gets the ball back from Nikola Mirotic. Nedovic back up and at him. That's floated for Kavarius Hayes. He spins, shoots, and misses. Rebound saved well by Rayman. And Maccabi trying to take control of this game in the 4th quarter. Bartolomeo on the drive. Leaf fakes, drives, and flushes huge. TJ Leaf with 14 points now. 6 of 9 from the field in total. Maccabi matching their largest lead at 9 points. And Mirotic, who's that foul going to be against? Rayman went down. They call it against Will Rayman. You see the alley-oop to Leaf from Bartolomeo. And then the monster stuff from Leaf, making the shot himself. James trying to get a Monaco answer again. Gonna fire for 3 and hit. Of course he does. James with 22 points. Back to a 6-point margin as pass back outside from Clark to Hoard. The Bartolomeo open for 3. Not this time. His first miss from deep on 3 attempts. And in transition, losing the handle but getting it back was Nedovic, and that 3-pointer missed by Mirotic. Comes out though to James. He's fouled for 3. He'll shoot 3 free throws. It's amazing how Monaco keeps doing this time and time again. You think Maccabi could stretch their advantage into double figures, but they always have a response to Bartolomeo picking up his 3rd foul there. James, 3 more free throws forthcoming. He's already 9 out of 10 from the line tonight. Make it 10 out of 11. Five assists, 3 rebounds as well for James. Misses this one. Jeff Doughton Jr. on the left there. Cliff Omoruyi on the right. James hits 2 out of 3. So 11 out of 13 in the game. 24 points. But Monaco still trails by 4. Jimmy Clark gets around Strazel and is fouled by Strazel. It's the first foul of the night on Matthew Strazel. Clark again with the ball. Less than 7 minutes to play. Ford. A long 2, he makes it. Huh. Not the shot you would have drawn up, as at the other end, a huge dunk by Kavarius Hayes after the perfect feed from Mike James. The pattern continues. Monaco back within 4. Samir Blatt slips the pass forward to Horde. He misses the 2, and the rebound comes to James. Pushing the pace for Monaco. Now Mirotic, the open man is Strazel in the corner. He buries the 3 ball, and the margin cut down to 1. 6 minutes remaining in the Alexander Nikolic Hall. See the fall to the floor by Leaf away from the basketball. They're still looking at Leaf along the baseline. With the score, Maccabi 82, Monaco 81.
Execute, do your link now, hand off, empty corner, set the screen up. With Mirotic, we need to set the screen. Execute the piece for the backdoor option. But timing yourself. Only Tamir cross the upper. Hand off and go get him when you get the play. Let's go.
Kavarius Hayes. Thunderous past Jalen Horde with the slam. Just wonder if thoughts among the Maccabi brain trust turning back to that game against Olympiacos on the 16th of October. Maccabi led that one 93-81. Well into the 4th quarter and was outscored the rest of the way 13-1. 14-1 rather, and Olympiacos winning 95-94. So they won't feel that any lead is safe here. They do still have the slenderest of advantages. As Walker is checked back in. Blatt back to Walker. Wants a screen. Gets it. Kicks it across to Blatt for 3. It's short. The rebound to James. 5 rebounds now for James. Trying to give his side the lead. He can't, but Hayes is fouled, I think, by Horde from behind. Offensive rebound. And Hayes a chance to put Monaco in front for the first time since the first quarter. He ties things up. Hayes' 3 points have all come here in the fourth quarter. Could be a critical contribution when all is said and done. Can't make the second though, so Monaco can still not find a path to hit the front here tonight. Approaching the halfway mark of the final quarter. Sorkin pausing. Back to Walker. Sorkin. The good pass and the layup in from Gurlavi. Just 4 points tonight for the reigning Israeli Super League most valuable player. But he gives Maccabi the lead once again as Strazel now drives. Off the glass, in, and one. And so Strazel will have the chance to put Monaco in front at the line. Sorkin late into the paint. And the beautiful dish to Lavi at the other end. Strazel does make the free throw, so Monaco does find themselves in front. Walker back from Sorkin. Walker, tough shot again, no, but finds the rebound himself. Sorkin, board out of the corner. Good pass to Lavi, then the little floater, too strong from Sorkin. Lavi can't get the rebound away from Mike James. James lost his dribble. Lavi on the break. Lavi denied by Hayes, wow! At the other end, James for three, buries it! What a momentum swing that could be! Hayes, the vicious block! At the other end, back to Walker for three, yes! The margin back to one, both teams trading heavyweight punches. Walker's three ball. He's now 3 of 7 from outside the arc. Still hasn't made a shot inside the three-point line. And he's up to 10 points. Still anyone's basketball game. Strazel, nearly an illegal screen. Set by Nedovic, the alley-oop into Hayes again. What a fourth quarter for Kevarius Hayes. My word, Sorkin on the receiving end again. Alpha Diallo checking in for Strazel. And Sorkin departing for TJ Leaf. Leaf inbounds to Walker. 3:26 to play. Mike James, 27 points. Walker, though, the feed, and that is an offensive foul. It was Clark with the foul, beg his pardon. He's got 4 in the game now. And a timeout taken by Vasilis Spanoulis. Monaco has edged in front by the score of 90 points to 87 here at the Alexander Nikolic Hall in Belgrade.
Under the basket, right? In order to be... Please, gentlemen, please.
Hey.
Please. we need to have an airborne player, first of all, for the defensive semicircle. And let's go to check under basket right. If we have an airborne player, this is the number one, and then go.
1 second.
Yes.
1 second. Okay.
Please.
Okay. So.
Go to the 25 loop. Yeah. So now we charge. We don't have an airborne player. It's a pass and crash situation. Yes. So we go with a normal charge or block situation.
And defender is stationary, legal defense. Contact is in torso. Offensive foul.
Super.
We stay with the call.
We stay with the call.
Offensive foul, number 2. Offensive foul.
So the foul is on Clark. The original ruling confirmed. The right heel just outside of that defensive semicircle. And drawing the charge. 2 games still underway in EuroLeague tonight. They're both pretty close. This game much further along than the game in Paris, which started at the same time as this one. Just over 3 minutes left, and James with 27 points with the basketball. James, tough shot along the baseline. Of course he makes it. And this is James's best EuroLeague performance of the season so far. At the other end, the drive and kick, it's worked out to Leaf. Now in the corner for 3, no. The follow-up, fouled on the floor, was Horde. It was Clark that missed, but it's Horde that found a key offensive rebound for Maccabi, facing their largest deficit of the night. Walker near side, that's the 4th foul on Kavarius Hayes. Walker lost the handle, taken by Akobo gratefully, and Mirotic is fouled on his way down the lane by Walker. It's a shooting foul with Monaco in the bonus anyway with 2:33 to play. Mirotic, a 90% free throw shooter last season. Makes the first one here. And it's now Monaco threatening to pull away late. Mirotic, those were his first 2 points of the night. But they all count. And it's Clark. Walker for 3, gets it. So Walker still not shot shy. He's made half of his 3 balls tonight. He's starting to find the range. And a timeout taken with Monaco in front of Maccabi. 94 points to 90.
Stay with him. Don't overhelp. 1 against 1. If he penetrates, foul down. Don't overhelp. If he put the ball on the post, foul. We have 2 fouls to give. Against press break, we need Nico here. 1, 2, 3. Watch out the 11s also. Hey, we go down and we play. I gotta take one. With player of blood, this is Mike. This is Alpha or Eli. Player of blood here. Nico here. 5, you go out. Nico in the corner, 5 down. Player of blood here, go in the corner. You go and set it, and after we play like this. Okay? Player of blood. If they hit, short roll in the middle. Go, guys, let's go!
Lonnie Walker, the fourth, now with 13 points. 4 of 12 from the field, but 4 of 8 from three-point range. And this game is still a going concern. 2:20 to go. Monaco up by 4. It's a 2-possession game. Maccabi needs a defensive stop. James shoots and hits again. Of course he does. He's got 31 now. Not that far off his career best in EuroLeague play, as Mirotic fouls on the perimeter. That's his 4th. James had 37 points in a game for CSKA Moscow against Valencia back in February 2021. This is his 5th season in Monaco. Into the final 2 minutes, and Maccabi needs a bucket. Back to Walker. Horde into the corner. Out of the corner comes Clark, finds the open man. That was well worked to TJ Leaf. Margin again down to 4. But my previous statement remains intact. Maccabi really needs a defensive stop. Crunch time in Belgrade. James with the ball. James for 3. Not this time. A rebound though, fumbled away, and who's got it? Hayes on the court. It's a jump ball. 9 on the shot clock, which did reset. Anyone could have gotten it. Hayes lucky not to get called for a travel as he slid down on the floor. They tend not to call that. They tend to give players a little bit more leeway than they used to, in my estimation. But Hayes with 5 big points, 4 rebounds in this final quarter. And they're having the jump ball be at midcourt rather than closer to basket that Monaco's shooting at in the second half. So even if Monaco wins the tip, they're going to have to hurry. Size advantage certainly with Hayes, 6'9", against Clark, only 6'3". They do win it back to Akobo. Akobo finds the open man in the paint. The layup missed though by Diallo. A minute to play and Maccabi still with a puncher's chance. And that's out of bounds off of Akobo as Clark maybe a little bit lucky there. Maccabi will take their penultimate timeout here. It's still a 2-possession game, but Maccabi has the ball down 4. Monaco trying to get to 6 and 3. Maccabi trying to win to get to 3 and 6.
We stay like the fight, right? Like the fight, אתה עובר מפה, אתה עובר ככה, right? Jalen, you hold your man, TJ gets the ball, you go get TJ.
I go get TJ, you said?
Yeah, TJ gets the entry. Lonnie, when TJ go, Will and Jalen, like an elevator. You go on the shot, TJ, but first, when you get the ball, Jimmy.
Jimmy Clark finding TJ Lee for the open bucket. But James, what a night for him. 8 out of 14 from the field, 11 out of 13 at the free throw line, 31 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. Throw in 2 steals as well. He has a PIR of 38 in this game. But it's Maccabi's turn at the offensive end. Inbounded to Leaf. They work it free. The three-point look is too strong from Walker, but the tip back out to Leaf. 42 seconds left. Walker again. Drives, hangs, and scores! 15 points now for Walker, and Maccabi within 2. Got the better of Hayes and Blossom game in the paint. Clutch finish for Walker. And another timeout taken. It's Monaco 96, Maccabi 94.
Set the pick and play. 14 seconds. Space it. Two opens.
Jalen Horde has recorded his 3rd career EuroLeague double-double, 16 points to lead Maccabi and 10 rebounds as well. TJ Leaf with 16, Roman Sorkin with 15 for Maccabi. Walker now with 15 as well, and Jimmy Clark with 11, but it's the 31 points of Mike James making the difference. Monaco advances the ball forward, 14 on the shot clock now. So Maccabi stop, and they will definitely get a chance to tie or take the lead here. No need to foul. Diallo to inbound. Get it into Mirotic. Now James. Can Maccabi stop Mike James here? They clear it out for James. From 16 feet, James off the back iron. The rebound to Walker. He's fouled going down, but he slips the pass to Clark. Clark coming forward. Clark all the way in. He's fouled. And Hayes, I think, has just fouled out of the game. Clark will have a chance to tie it at the line. And that is the 5th foul on Hayes. Clark, 78% free throw shooter last year. He'd been really struggling from the line this season before tonight. He makes the first. He's now made both of his free throw attempts. And one more to tie the game up. Beg your pardon, that was his first free throw attempt of the night. Second one goes in as well. And 16.7 to go. We are all tied up 96-96. What a finish in store in Belgrade tonight.
Hey. Mike.
Both teams with one timeout remaining. You would expect Monaco to advance the ball front court here. James has missed a couple of shots late on. Who else might Billy Spinula's call upon to win the game at the death for AS Monaco? Looks like they're not going to bring the ball front court. Confirmation of Horde's double-double, 16 and 10. And so this is a strategic decision. This will guarantee that Monaco can play right down to the very final buzzer. James forward with 11 seconds left. Guarded by Horde. James goes left. 5 seconds. James still waiting. James holding. The tough shot is blocked at the buzzer by TJ Leaf, and we are going to overtime. James waited and waited for the shot opportunity to open up, but Leaf was just too long. And the first overtime game of the EuroLeague season is taking place at the Alexander Nikolic Hall in Belgrade. At the end of 40 minutes, Maccabi 96, Monaco 96. And so it continues. It's been a really fun game, a really well-played game for the most part. It was Maccabi in the end that rallied from the late deficit. They had held the advantage throughout, as you see from the bars on the graph there. With Maccabi scoring the last 6 points of the game to send us into an extra 5 minutes at least. Kind of incredible that it's taken until round 9 before a EuroLeague game has gone to an extra 5-minute period. That's where we are now. And you suspect still plenty of additional drama to come, as you see once again the double team. Walker did not foul, and Leaf, he had the length to block his second shot of the game. Leaf with 16 points, 4 rebounds, the 2 block shots. And we start anew with a jump ball at midcourt. Who wants it more? Leaf wins the tip, back to Walker. So Maccabi gets the first crack at scoring an OT. Clark gets inside, kicks across to the corner. Lavi for 3. Didn't expect that. Lavi putting Maccabi back on top. This is Maccabi's first lead since 84-82. Blossom game now. James kicks across, Akobo to tie it. He makes it. Akobo into double figures with 12 points. And contact away from the basketball. That'll send Maccabi to the line. Leaf getting the free throw opportunities here. Now TJ Leaf has made both of his free throws tonight. He was an 80% free throw shooter in China last year with Nanjing Tongchi Monkey King. But he had been closer to 65% in all competitions coming into this game. He makes both of these though. And Maccabi up a 101-99. Still at least 4 more minutes of drama to come. As Kobo wanders back outside. Kobo from the elbow, hits! Tying the game up once again. Both teams past the century mark. Clark, guarded by Tice. Hayes is fouled out of the game. He's been so effective defensively as Walker shoots for 3, misses this one, and Tice claims the rebound. James, pick and roll with Tice. James high off the glass, he'll go to the line again. It's that foul on Horde, I think it was. So Horde, Clark, and Marcio Santos all with 4 fouls now for Maccabi. James, 11 out of 13 at the line tonight. Makes the first. Monaco back on top. Their first lead of overtime. This is the second, though. Lavi the rebound, still out here in crunch time for Maccabi Tel Aviv. Open look for Horde for 3. Missed it. Rebound tipped down to Alpha Diallo. It was a good look. Just couldn't make the shot. James splits the defense over to Diallo in the corner. Misses the 3 ball. The tip, though, swatted out to Blossom Game. Good work there from Tice. Diallo the spin move. Tiptoeing along the baseline, very close to the end line there. Now across, shot clock ticking, a Kobo. The rainbow in and out. And taken by Lavi. 2.5 minutes left in this first overtime. Clark. That's an offensive foul, and Jimmy Clark has been disqualified. 13 points, 8 assists for Clark. With 5 fouls, he is done. And Tice drawing a charge. Monaco still in front by the barest of margins. Elia Kobo forward for Monaco. James off the wing. James to the corner. Blossom Game short, but the rebound Tice. Back outside to James again. James from 30 feet. No. But the rebound again to Diallo. James grabbed and fouled by Horde. He's fouled out now. Couldn't help himself, Horde. So Horde with 16 points and 10 rebounds. His night is over. Free throw in from Diallo. Was there a technical foul assessed there? Some confusion here. It's both teams heading across to their respective bench areas. Calm heads needed here. Referees look to sort everything out. You know, there was that play much earlier on where there was a suspicion that the Monaco man had his foot on the baseline. I wonder if they're trying to rewind the play all the way back to that. You know, they're going to just see if this is a shooting foul and a continuation to be given to James. That free throw we saw, by the way, was immaterial from Alpha Diallo. pretty close.
Continuous motion towards the basket, so we count the basket and we have one free throw. So foul on number one with one free throw. Okay?
Well, that's a huge call.
Sure. Thank you.
It means that Mike James is now up to 34 points tonight. Mentioned his EuroLeague record of 37 for CSKA Moscow back in February 2021. This is his best points tally with Monaco. Previous high of 31 against Fenerbahce back in December 2021. Misses the free throw, but the rebound claimed by Blossom Game. Monaco not boxing out. James fires again, misses again, so it's still a one-possession game. And Tamir Blatt has the basketball. How many more twists and turns still to come in Belgrade tonight? The drive, bucket, and one. A chance to tie the game. It's Walker making things happen offensively for Maccabi late in this game. Fouled by Tice. Tice has 4 personal fouls now. And Walker evens things at the line again. This is something else. Makobo setting up the alley-oop to Blossom Game. Monaco back in front. Walker, the reverse, can't get it to go. Rebound Tice, down to Blossom Game. The final minute of overtime has arrived. Jacobo finds the open man. It's Diallo for the slam. Maccabi forgetting how to play defense. Jacobo finds Diallo. It's a 2-possession game. Timeout Maccabi. And Monaco can taste victory now. The Monegasque in front of the Israelis, 108-104.
Go get Lonnie when he go corner. The corner guy, we ghosted. We have Marcel and DJ attacking from here. Right? And you have here, it's either you have kickouts or Drimelello.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's get it stuck. Let's go. And a bucket.
Pick and roll. Pick and roll. Double track. Everything. Overhead from Diallo and Blossom game. We play 2. We play 2. Overhead, rotate fouls. If it's not,
Horde and Clark have fouled out for Maccabi. Hayes disqualified for Monaco. Tice and Mirotic 4 fouls apiece for Monaco. Same for Marcio Santos, who's not seen any time recently for Maccabi. Still time for Maccabi to make another late comeback as they did in regulation. But it's Blatt forward to Walker. Bartolomeo trying to set a screen. Gets it back to Bartolomeo looking to drive. Finds the open man Lavi, who gets the floater to go. Lavi with 9 points now. Back to a 2-point margin. Makobo against Blatt. The double team. Good passing, Tice twisting. He's fouled and scores. Grabbed by Walker. And Daniel Theis may just have done enough to get Monaco the victory. A great touch pass from Blossom game. And Theis with 17 points and 9 rebounds. Misses from the line, so it's still a 4-point game. 17 seconds left. Walker has got to go. He's fouled by Diallo, so Walker to the line. Monaco has missed 8 free throws now in the game, and a lot of them in the fourth quarter and overtime. Walker needs to hit these. 18 points. Joint top of the scoring table with TJ Leaf tonight for Walker now. He's hit 2 of 3 from the line so far. He misses the first. That's critical. Assume he's got to try to make this second one. He does, so it's a one-possession game, but now Maccabi needs a steal. And a timeout taken by Monaco. It's not over yet. High-scoring overtime. High-scoring night. 110-107, Monaco in front of Maccabi.
Like this. Eli, go here. Nicola, yes. Nicola, you got the ball. No, Alpha got the ball. Nicola here. Alpha, Eli here. Nicola, you go immediately here. Mike, you go immediately here. TT, immediately. You flash. Okay.
What's the flop in Raymond? What's the Raymond? Don't push. Don't push.
No offensive foul to Raymond. You flop.
Come on, guys, let's go. Let's inbound the ball. Team, let's go.
If Maccabi can't steal straight away, they must find a way to commit a foul that sends Monaco to the line for 2 free throws. Monaco, a pretty decent free throw shooting team on the whole. 22 out of 30 from the line tonight, but let's see if Maccabi can make something happen defensively. Diallo to inbound. They find James. They've got to trap him. He finds Theis. Theis to Akobo for the layup, and that should be that. Walker, the three-point heave, missed it. The rebound tipped up and up and up again. And the clock's going to tick down. Walker, the double clutch, he misses. And that finally is that. What a great game tonight in